the better part of me. I'm more than a bird, I'm more than a plane, more than some pretty face beside a train. And it's not easy to be me. Up and away, away from me. Well, it's alright, you can all sleep sound tonight. I'm not crazy or anything.
Happy Tuesday, y'all. Today we're going to talk about what's the worst thing that can happen. I had this conversation with a Choices trainee that I know or knew that's been through the process, 5 years ago maybe. It's been a while. The guy was struggling with life and where he's at in life with work, his career, and family, and not being able to do enough here and there, and just really struggling and just running out of gas. A lot of dads just go, 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 and that's all we know. And, we put our kids first, we put everybody else first, and our concern is our children and families. And then some of us have, and they've got stepkids, and most of us are in split phones, a lot of us are, and then we got that issue, and just, it all compounds, and just life just weighs you down, and you just really have a hard time. And without tools to cope and a support system and some help, you really have a chance to get caught in the quicksand and kind of suck yourself down and get low. This game is something that we discussed last night through his process at Choices, and I want to touch base with you a little bit about it today. What's the worst thing that can happen? Say you lose some money. You make it back. You work extra hours, extra shifts, try to be tighter and make a little more on the profit side on your next project. Maybe you have to go borrow money. Maybe you have to liquidate some things. It happens. It's life. It's not the end of the world. If it will help you get to the next situation or help you clear the situation so you're not stressing and struggling to where it takes away from your mental health, you need to do it. It's okay. The big picture is taking care of business. There's ways through it. It happens. Relationships. What's the worst thing that can happen if you get your heart broke? You might tell him or her that you like them. You might tell him or her, and you might be showing some affections, and guess what? They say no, or they reject you. You might have got heartbroken over it. We've all been heartbroken before. Some of us a lot more than others. But you survive it and you get through it. I tell people, when you're rejected, facing rejection is not a negative towards you yourself. Rejection is an opportunity to save you from a possible bad situation or save you from some other things that you don't need to be going down that road. And that possibly could be a God thing. There's a reason you were rejected from that person that you liked and you were interested. There's a reason you didn't get that job promotion. There's a reason you lost that job. There's lots of things that affect all of that, and you don't see it at the time because you're wound up and caught up in your emotions. And you're letting your emotions dictate, and it's affecting and firing your tapes off, and you're having to face your fears. You're going through the motions. You're dealing with scars and wounds that's opening up from the past. It's compounding. You're overthinking. You're stuck in fear. And all these things are racing through your mind, and you can't process and see the big picture. You got to step out of the emotion. You got to back up, and you got to look at the big picture. What's the worst that can happen? It can't eat you. The real interesting thing is if you don't do it, it can't happen. Because what can happen is, what about your dream that you dream about and your desire you're longing for if you don't take that chance? So you got to still continue to make those moves and take those chances. We have a process in Choices called A to B. If you stay at A because your tapes are fine and your fear is in your mind and you're overthinking and you're dealing and racing and reliving the past hurts, scars, and wounds and rejections, you're not going to go to B. And as long as you sit in fear or trepidation and don't make moves, you will never know. So worst thing can happen. I just recently lost a project. I've been working on this for 3 years. I've repeat customer. I've known this guy for 20 years. I've done a lot of work for him over the years. We've been waiting to get a permit through Odessa. We get out there, we run silt fence, we get moved in, we're fixing to get started. I was just fixing to have a job trailer moved, superintendent hired, and fix to start sending contracts. I get a phone call. He says, Bill, we need to talk. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong? Everything all right? He goes, no, we need to talk. And I thought, are you okay? Because he's had some health issues. He goes, no. He goes, we're putting the brakes on Odessa and Midland both. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And right away, I was just like floored. And of course, all of my tapes started firing. I started overthinking. I started letting all my fears come out. And yes, we needed that project. It's been kind of slow. We've had some hit and misses, and we hadn't been able to beg for a job in Lubbock, it seems like. I said, well, can I ask you why? And he says, yeah. He said, I sold it. I said, who'd you sell it to? They still going to build it? He goes, no, I sold the property to another developer. I made 4 times the money on that property and also the one in Midland. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He goes, no. He goes, it's more than what I would have made waiting a year to build it and lease it and get it going. He said, it was easy money on me. He goes, I'll have some more stuff. Don't worry. We'll do it. We'll do stuff again. It's coming. I can't be nothing but happy for the guy. We're friends. I mean, we've done business for almost 20 years. It sucks for me because I needed to work. I had a guy hired for the job and it was going to work out. We were 5 miles away from both projects, and I mean, it was going to be efficient and boom, boom, boom. And yeah, it sucks. I mean, also the financial loss on it of making money or a chance to make money on both projects. But I can't dwell on it and I can't let it get to me. And yeah, it's not going to eat me, but I got to go find other work. I got to find fill-ins, and I got to go chase other work. And some of my projects in the construction business, the people that know, you know what? Some of this stuff goes 3, 4, 5 years long before it even gets to permit stages. We probably bid 100 jobs a month before, and maybe 1 or 2 gets into the stages of let's getting serious on bidding it. And as some of you know, that's in the construction business. And it takes a lot of time and effort doing this day and night for months and months and years. But it is what it is, and it's what we do. The worst case scenario, we don't get something. Hopefully we're going to get something again or something down the road. A lot of times the rejection is a sign to save you from putting yourself in a bad position or a chance of something possibly happening or something. So who knows what the lesson is out of this or the reason? But I'm thankful for my friend that he made some quick, fast money on 2 properties. I can't blame the guy for it. I mean, it's all about making money, just like me in my business. We got to make money. That's what makes the world survive, just like the rest of you. Today's story was a little bit of something to help everybody struggle with, these things that happen. And no matter what happens that doesn't go our way, or makes us mad, makes us angry, or hurts our feelings, or tears our heart up, or sets you back with more stress, it's life. It happens. They can't eat us. Anyway, another story from a daddy story. Hope everybody got something out of today's story, and go to our social media pages and YouTube and Spotify. AJ's working hard behind the scenes, taking care of business. We should appreciate all the love and support with likes and shares on the algorithm fight. It's deadly. It's brutal. So we need all the help we can get to kind of help get our exposure out there. Anybody have any questions and concerns that they struggle with this kind of topic, feel free to reach out. Be happy to visit with you or send you in the right direction to help you learn some more of these kind of cool tools. It's not easy, but it's manageable. Everybody take care and have a great day.